Hello, this is the forecast for April 2021. Looking at a tree, converting from one season to the subsequent, invokes a wonderful many different feelings from new life. Within the spring, where the leaves develop green, blossoms burst and buds start to shape. From the impressive array of color, earlier than the leaves begin to fall inside the autumn, to the quietening down as they rest in wintry slumber. Animal, plants, trees, and the natural world flow from season to season, accepting the cycle of lives, constantly adapting, locating methods to thrive and survive even throughout instances of task and adversity. It's smooth to create a long list of the majesty of the natural global and the awe-inspiring presence it has in our lives. But it's far clean to see that nature is suffering with the rapid tempo of change of the earth. From fires to floods, melting ice caps to extremes of temperatures. There may be a feel of confusion as we war and flounder, seeking to outwit and outsmart something always past our attain. It seems clean that the time to outwit and outsmart is past us. However, we are now in a time of reverence and recognize. Rather than assuming that others will type it out, we everyone to take obligation in order to live as respectfully as possible. Of course, we will carry on regardless. However, the rate is an ever-growing unpredictability of the sector wherein we live. Whilst we create ways, we each need to remember the effect of this. Even as it can get burned, filled in landfill, or shipped off overseas to be processed, our selections have effects. Whilst we insist on looking greater of nature's more sensitive crops, and the result is improved use of insecticides, herbicides, and different chemicals, we need to comprehend that our selections have effects. Whilst we lovingly clutch our new recovery crystal, we want to recognize the devastation the minds create and accept that our selections have effects. Yet, it's no longer just about how we deal with the earth and her non-human population. We also want to don't forget how we treat one another. In the age of social media, there appears to be a developing trend for individuals to bully and spout hate. Packs of trolls lambaste others for a laugh, not considering that their moves can damage an existence. In a world in which we can be something, can we really want to be described by the things we don't need, rather than really embracing the traits we know to be healthy from kindness and wholehearted residing? So many of us have forgotten how to be wholehearted as we have closed down, which will get through the business of everyday existence. It's time to be loving, compassionate, type, and thoughtful, respecting all dwelling matters, and trying to stay inside the exceptional feasible way. Not simply so destiny generations have on earth, but because it's the right factor to do. So many people now appear to have followed the mindset of allow everybody else type it out. If we all do this, then the future doesn't appearance bright. In my opinion, I satisfaction in watching the timber alternate season. Seeing nature in her actual majesty fills me with awe. Yet, human beings create blocks to the herbal flow by dwelling in concrete jungles, wherein an attention of the natural cycles fade away. Many of us live juxtaposed to the natural glide. We can have meals all year around you, not simply when they are in season. The fact that the meals accumulates hundreds of air miles inside the system is forgotten. We need what we want, while we need it. We can be an adaptable species, but there is a deeper sense of disconnection eating such a lot of hearts and souls as we step away from the natural cycles of life. Blue light pollution from phones, tablets, and different objects light up the sleep area. The outdoor global is regularly ignored for the digital world. So few have the time to note the converging leaves, the bird song, the majestic forests whispering in the moonlight. As an awful lot as we can also try, we sincerely cannot outsmart and outwit nature. The extra we retain to stay out of kilter with the rest of life feeds the disconnection, and it turns into harder and tougher to experience integrated and part of the whole. Yet, we are. It's easy to feel isolated from life and extra at home in a virtual global, but that's not actual. It's understandable that such a lot of seeking retreat in era as a distraction from life. However, this only exacerbates the problem. It's therefore important for us to start pushing return, to reconnect with the earth, to existence, and to each other. We each have a preference as to how we stay. This is a time to arise, to be complete-hearted, and to consciously reconnect with the natural flows in life. Of course, we cannot realize wherein the sort of direction will lead us. Not will we recognize if others will observe suit. However, we owe it to ourselves to do the very best we can do to live inside the best way viable. Alternate is going on many different degrees and in lots of distinctive methods. And we want to stop dropping ourselves in our digital and urban worlds and start to live once more. It's time to breathe extra deeply into life and to step completely into each moment. Rational is effective pressure and not one to be underestimated. It's our willingness and passion to create change that builds and grows, attaining out to others, being carried across space and time earlier than being breathed in once more someplace else. We aren't solar beings, and although we can also close ourselves away and close our eyes and ears to the bigger image, we are very being pushed toward awakening completely in order to wholeheartedly acknowledge that each choice has an effect. and to attach consciously to the world in which we stay rather than remaining locked away in a digital nation of disconnection and discord. It's smooth to experience overcome with emotion when we examine the sector around us, but we need to channel this into love, compassion, and fantastic trade. We each have our components to play, however small. The time is now. For now, I wish you all styles of excellent. So thanks for watching the video. Please don't forget like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you again.